If I told you there's a mental trick that feels almost like cheating, not illegal, not complicated, and not something only rich people can use, but somehow the people who understand it always seem to move ahead faster. Here's the crazy part. Most people have heard this idea before, but they still ignore it in real life. And that's exactly why they stay stuck. Because the difference between people who grow and people who don't is not hard work alone. It's the decisions they make every single day. And by the end of this video, you'll realize you've been making the same small mistake again and again without even noticing it.
Let me show you something simple. You wake up, you feel tired, so you delay your work. You open your phone, start scrolling, and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. You spend a little money and tell yourself, it's fine, I'll manage later. This feels normal. But here's what most people don't understand. Every small decision you make is quietly shaping your future. Not next year, not next month, right now. And if your decisions are controlled by your mood, then your future is being controlled by how you feel in the moment. And that's where most people lose the game.
But here's where it gets serious. Because 90% of people never escape this cycle. They try harder. They start again. They promise themselves they'll change. But nothing really improves. Why? Because they're trying to fix the results without fixing the thinking behind those results. And in the next few seconds, I'm going to show you the exact shift that separates people who stay stuck from people who slowly build real wealth. Rich people don't ask, what do I feel like doing right now? Instead, they ask one simple question. Will my future self thank me for this? That's it. Simple question, but powerful. Because the moment you ask this, you step out of your current emotions and you start thinking from a different perspective. Your future self doesn't care about comfort. It cares about growth, stability, long-term results. And when you start making decisions like that, you stop reacting and start choosing. Let's make this real. You're about to buy something you don't really need. Your current self says, you deserve this. Your future self says, this could be used better. You're about to waste time scrolling. Current self, just a few minutes. Future self, this is time you won't get back. You think about learning a skill. Current self, I'll start later. Future self, this could change everything. See the pattern? It's not about discipline. It's about perspective. And once your perspective changes, your decisions automatically start changing. Now, here's the part most people miss. Rich people don't depend on motivation because motivation is temporary. Some days you feel strong, some days you don't. So instead of relying on feelings, they build systems. They create an environment where good decisions are easy, bad decisions are harder, and progress happens automatically. They automate investing. They limit distractions. They stay around people who think long-term. So even when they feel lazy, their system keeps them moving forward. That's the real advantage. So next time you're about to make a decision, pause, just for a moment, and ask yourself, will my future self thank me for this? If the answer is yes, do it without hesitation. If the answer is no, you already know what to do. Because success doesn't come from one big action.
It comes from small decisions, repeated every single day. And once you start thinking like your future self, you stop reacting to life and start controlling it.
Think silent. Invest smart.